I am a 19-year-old female that tends to feel worse after sex. I just kind of wanted to vent here. Yesterday, I hooked up with a guy, 22, that I met on Reddit. I was excited because it was my first hookup in months. I drove 30 minutes to his cousin's place. The sexual intercourse itself was great, and despite him being a virgin, he focused on foreplay a lot, which immediately made him better than all of my previous sexual partners. We cuddled for a bit afterwards, but then I had to leave. During the drive home, I had this feeling of emptiness, and I just felt bad emotionally. I've noticed how I tend to get like this after a hookup. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with my self-esteem issues and the fact that I hate myself and find myself unworthy, but it's not a nice feeling. I just want to enjoy sex without feeling that particular way. What do you think?
Overall, it could simply be that she's not built for casual sex. She seems to have this same thing, and perhaps it's time for her to look at more of an emotional or a long-term connection rather than having hookups, to go out on dates and to start kind of exploring a relationship for everything that it is. I think what it boils down to is that the casual sex means afterwards she comes to the realization the emptiness that she's talking about is the fact that she's, in a sense, you're back to square one. You're back to just being alone again after you've had this connection, and to a certain extent, perhaps it's not just a sexual connection that she's looking, even if she's not consciously aware of the fact. Perhaps it's time for her to start looking towards seriously dating and building a relationship where the sex actually matters and is a part of a more all-encompassing relationship.
Yeah, an emotional bond as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say I don't think she should feel that, oh, she's unworthy, because this guy, even though fine it was a hookup, he made the effort, and even afterwards the fact that they cuddled, it wasn't like, come here, we have sex and then get out. For her not to just feel like she's just there, like it wasn't that he kicked her out.
I think the other thing is,
and he chose her. He chose her.
Look, I think having a feeling of remorse or emptiness after any casual hookup, it's a lot more common than you might think, and the only reason I'm picking it up is like, is she holding on to self-esteem issues that prevent her from pursuing a more of a emotional relationship to begin with? It's causing her unhappiness after the event, and it's probably somewhere she's not ready for a casual relationship. She's not at that point. If she was more secure in herself, then having casual sex is not that big of a deal. But I think the best thing for her to do is to look towards pursuing something more meaningful, having a view, going out on dates and actually getting to know someone on a personal level, on a more kind of intimate level, until she's finds someone that's worthy of her to have sex with and take it further. I think by going on this hamster wheel of casual sex, some people can do it, and it's great to them if they can. I think it takes a lot of self-assurance, and it takes a lot of knowing yourself to be able to pursue casual sex without feeling any sense of loneliness, emptiness, especially after the event, without any strings attached. The thing is here, when she talks about her emptiness afterwards, she's not able to have one-night stands or just sex for the sake of it. She's just not being realistic about her own needs.
For me, it just feels like possibly she doesn't enter relationships because she thinks no one's gonna really like her, and that's why she kind of sticks to more physical relationships without any emotional bond, at least to have some connection. But then afterwards, when she steps away, she realizes it just makes it a lot more in your face that it was just purely physical. At the end of it, just realize most people, we all feel insecure. There's no point stopping yourself from meeting people and just trying it out. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people will like you, some people won't. So be it. But there's no point not being yourself and thinking, oh, they're just not going to like me. What's the point shutting the door immediately?
It's a vicious cycle where if you feel this sense of low self-esteem and it's causing you to behave in a certain way, but the consequences of that casual sex seem to spiral you down into this negativity, at some point you've got to break that cycle so that you can move forward with your life and form habits that help you to be happy. I think for you, definitely going down the route of dating as a start is going to be very helpful to break the cycle of self-loathing. If you liked our content today, please like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments.